Hello everyone, I'm Corbin and this is Plant Basics. In this first episode of my Alocasia Zebrina FAQ series, I will be answering the question, how often should you water your Alocasia Zebrina? So there are a few things that will influence how often you water your Zebrina, namely light, temperature, the pot it's in, and the season. So in brighter light, your plant will photosynthesize a lot more and take up more of the moisture from the potting media. And so it would need that moisture to be replaced more than if your plant is grown in shadier conditions. If your plant is in more diminished light, perhaps further away from a window, perhaps in the center of a room, it's not going to take up moisture from the potting media at the same rate. And so you can water your plant less frequently. So in higher temperatures, there will be more evaporation from the pot, but your plant will also transpire more and thus take up more water from the growing media. So then in cooler temperatures, the opposite would happen, and there would not be the same amount of evaporation from the pot. What's important to note about the seasons is that in summer, not only are temperatures usually higher, but the day lengths are also longer. So if the days are longer, it means that your plant is receiving more light, it's photosynthesizing more and using up more moisture. Whereas in winter, you have colder temperatures and you have shorter day lengths. But in winter, it does not always mean that the temperatures are cooler, because we do have heating in our homes, which would influence the rate of evaporation of the pot. What you want to avoid is a situation where your plant is in cooler temperatures and is kept very wet, because that's the perfect place for root rot to set in. The next thing that you have to talk about is the pot size and the type of pot. So if your plant is slightly pot bound, it would mean that the plant has grown into all the growing media in the pot and now has access to all the moisture in the soil. Whereas if your plant is not pot bound, there's still areas in the pot where the plant can still grow into to get moisture. And the type of pot is important, because in a clay pot, your plant will need more water than in a plastic pot, because of the porous nature of clay, where you have evaporation through the sides of the pot, which is not the case for a plastic pot. Also note that a plant that is usually pot bound would need more water precisely for this reason, because it would dry out faster, because the plant has now grown into every area of the pot and is actively taking up moisture. In my growing conditions, I allow my Alocasia Zebrina to dry out about a quarter of the way from the top of the pot, and then I'll give it water. As a general rule, I believe it's better for the plant to be slightly dry than to be completely wet. And before I water my Alocasia Zebrina, I always start off with a finger test, and I just put my fingers in the soil and feel if the top layer of soil is moist or not. If it is moist, I'll hold off and giving my plant some water and come back maybe in a day or two. So I hope that this video has answered your questions regarding Alocasia Zebrina watering. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to see more videos like these. I will see you in the next video. Bye.